What is death? Someone said that death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. I suppose that's true, especially when concerning this story. And there are lots of stories from lots of places, many worlds with many stories. And in all of those stories is death. And in some of those stories, there is an afterlife. Someone else said, when a person dies, they only appear to die. They are still with us in more ways than we realize. And that one's not true. Sorry about that. No, because when someone dies, no matter where they die, no matter what they did, no matter who they were, they end up here, in the library, with me, or with him. Either way, they're dead. So let's see who died today and what stories they'd like to still tell. The Chronicles of Lionel Orsova, Chapter 1, Page 1. The air in the library was still. Dust hung in the pale shafts of the setting sun filtering through the tall arched windows, warm ghostly patterns on rows of endless tomes, and Lionel Orsova's sharp blue eyes scanned the spines. Ancient as bones, many of their secrets locked in languages long lost. This place, this prison of knowledge, reeked of the same unyielding fate that had haunted him for centuries, nay, millennia. His fingers, once calloused from the grip of steel, now traced the leather bindings, leaving no mark. Titles blur past his vision, yet some stood out like old scars. He paused, blinking, at a thick red volume embossed with faded gold script. A history of the Hungarian Guard. His lips curled into a mirthless, flat smile. The pages would tell tales of glory, of men in noble service. They wouldn't speak of the dungeons beneath Visegrad Castle, or the years he spent shackled in darkness, bones brittle, spirit tested. His fingers twitched, remembering the weight of those iron cuffs. Further down the aisle, another book caught his eye. The Vestlandet Chronicles. Lionel's hand hesitated. The name burned like an old wound. Constance. Her pale, sharp features still haunt him. An angel of mercy, or perhaps damnation. Lionel never really truly worked it out. She had freed him from a cage of stone only to lock him in a new one, forged of blood and eternal servitude. The warrior she created, the strategist she moulded, all for her family's endless wars. He moved on, the ache growing deeper, the books a labyrinth of memories. His eyes settled on a smaller, unassuming tome bound in black velvet. No title, only a symbol he knew well. A silver crescent, the mark of an unknown god. The entity that had pointed him here. An entity that had seen every sin he'd committed, every battle fought, every drop of blood spilled. This library was a sentence, he realized, not just a task. Another endless life of management. Watching over forgotten knowledge for a god that never speaks. His reflection flickered in the glass of a nearby display case. Same unyielding eyes, same unchanging face, but beneath the polished surface, the beast paced, restless. How many centuries had he spent yearning to break free, to let the warrior loose, to see what kind of apex predator he might become, unchained and unrelenting? How many lifetimes would he spend craving freedom, only to find another lock on the door? The dark library stretched on, an endless corridor of memory and regret. Lionel walked deeper, silent, a guardian moving through his own past, every step heavier than the last. two of you return to the Dark Library. Your hero outfits replaced with your classic outfits, whatever you were wearing before that. A futuristic sci-fi looking hard suit on Nivara, and Kandor in... You were just in some good old-fashioned basic D&D garb, right?
Pretty much. Just, standard rogue rags. The standard Veilguard starting rogue rags.
Yeah. Standing before you is Lionel Orsover. Uncharacteristically kind of leaning against one of the towering bookshelves in the Dark Library, with his arms crossed. And expectantly, he looks up towards each of you. In his hand is a rolled up comic book, and he places it on the shelf behind him and says, "Well, you managed to survive that one, though the chaos you wrought was something spectacular indeed."
Wow, thanks.
Proud of it, are you?
Proud of chaos? Sure. Who isn't?
Lionel's eyes fix you with a animalistic stare. He says, "What do you think of these books, these stories?"
Just any of them? Or all of them? Or, I mean, are you asking, do I enjoy what we are being put through right now?
I'm asking you what you think of it.
It's insane.
Insane.
Yes. Insane.
Care to elaborate?
Of course. Sure. Why not? We have all the time in the world, don't we? Well, for instance, the idea of going into a story and existing in that world is, well, frankly, it's quite a crazy thing. I know that there's lots of people out there that like to read books and things, and they go to these places in their heads. But that's a lot different than actually going to these places. Escapism is one thing, but another is, I don't know, being forced to go into a story. Yeah. So, insane. I
rather think of it like
what purpose
birth.
it serves. Birth?
Wouldn't you say?
What purpose does this serve? How could this possibly equal birth?
When you were born, you were placed into a story. You told that story, and then you died.
The implication being that we have some sort of destiny?
What do you think?
Are we from a book?
A good question, but no, you are not.
I breathe a sigh of relief.
These books, these tomes, these stories are something else entirely. I don't think they're real. I don't think they're entirely imaginary either. I didn't write them, I didn't place them here. And believe it or not, I'm not the one sending you on these quests.
Then who is?
Whoever his boss is, I imagine.
Precisely.
That was the question that I was asking, effectively.
I'm afraid, like you, I have a task that I was brought here to complete.
Which is?
Send people like you on these quests until they stop coming back.
Until we die.
You're already dead.
So we've been told.
Previously, you vanished beyond my ability to see you. You slipped outside of the confines of the pages of the book. Are you aware of this?
No?
Yep.
Where did you go?
It was some sort of. And I search around for the word for a second. Portal. I think he can tell when we're lying. What do you want to do? Lie to him?
Of course.
Okay, well, what's the worst that can happen by telling the truth? You didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. What if it was bad? You know? We don't know.
Fine.
Some sort of portal, something. Took us to a lake somewhere.
A lake.
Yeah. It truthfully, it seemed like we took a book. It was the same sort of, other than the portal part. Portal. That's the word. Other than that part, we went to what seemed like another world, another book.
How did you
I don't
manage
know.
to access this lake?
We didn't. Like I said, we didn't do it on purpose, and it wasn't anything I did or thought. We were just there. We thought it was you at first.
What do you remember of your waking lives?
And now I lie. Nothing.
He looks at you, Candle.
Nothing.
All right, give me deception checks.
24.
10.
Looking at Candle, he glances back over towards Naivara as she looks at him. He says, "There have been others, you know, who have vanished off of my radar. If you have any inkling as to what that might be."
Oh, sure.
Sometimes they come back and sometimes they do not. He glances up and looks into the sort of vaulted Gothic architecture of the ceiling above. There's some candelabras hanging down that are vaguely lighting some of the dim areas, but you get the sense that a lot of the darkness in this place could never be purged by a simple candle light. He says, "You have been here for maybe 150 years.
What?
The blink of an eye. For me, it has been millennia."
Sorry. Back up. We've been here for 150 years? What do you mean?
As I understand it from your perspective, you simply pop into one of these novels, experience a few days at most, and pop back. However, the amount of time actually passing is much different. The last time I saw you must have been 3-4 years ago. And it changes from book to book.
Naivara talks a lot, but 3-4 years?
I have a theory. El has his own. I think you're physically traveling there. I think it takes a while to go further away. L thinks you live a full life and only remember flashes of it, as, I believe, you may experience with your own lives. And he looks at Naivara as he says that.
I am not looking at him. I'm staring off.
L is quite content with his job, his position. I must get out of here. I must get free. And in your minds is the key, my key. There are a handful of you that come through here from time to time who are able to slip outside of the realm of this library, of the scope of my eyes, of L's. I would like to find out everything I can about you, but I can't do that until you find out everything about you. So we're going to take a little trip. You and I.
Why should we help you?
Do you want this to be over? Do you want to wake up? Do you want to return to your life? Do you want to experience the true death? Do you want to move on from this insane experience, Mr. Fenwick?
How do you know my name?
I know more about you than you know about you right now.
Did you read my story?
Somewhat. I read a sheet of sorts, an idea of your characteristics, your skills, your persuasions, an idea of where you come from.
Fine.
I don't know what is beyond these libraries. I don't know if whatever it is that is watching us right now, and if this is part of its grace. But I've had enough.
Is it possible to go back?
For you, perhaps. For me, I'd rather not. The truth is, I don't know.
Well, then what's the point? You just told us everyone we know is dead.
Most likely. But look around you. There are duplicates of books here. Endless duplicates. In each of the duplicates, there is but one word changed. Perhaps you could find a book of your life, reinsert yourself into it, with only one change to the place that you are from. Perhaps the oceans are green, or perhaps a single grain of sand had been displaced. Perhaps you can return to something close to resembling your life. Or perhaps we will all pass over.
I want my life. I want mine. I want my... And I struggle because I can't think of the name. And I get frustrated.
Then you have a question for a being that is greater than all of us. Write it down. You might not remember it when you get there. An endless series of prisons is all that awaits you, unless we work together. The choice is yours. You can return to L now and continue playing the game and see where you end up. Maybe you go back to your life. Maybe you simply move on. Maybe you end up in heaven or one of the varying hells. Perhaps you end up in my position. I don't know. I think this is a prison. And I've decided I no longer want to be trapped.
Prison. What did you do to get punished so?
I suspect the same thing that plagued me in my life and unlife. I was too good at my job.
So they give you a job that never ends? One you can't really be good at, right?
I think I'm good at this job too. I think that's why I'm going to
You
be
can't be
handing
good
in
at
my
this job
notice.
if you're trying to quit it, right? Isn't part of the job to be dutiful and just do this until you're relieved?
You can be good at something you hate.
Yeah, but you're trying to find a way out right now. What happens if you do that? What happens if you had been sucked in through that portal, then the library is vacant?
Good questions. Write them down.
If I've learned anything, doing all the jobs that I've done, it's that people like him can be trusted. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yep. Fine.
Turn around. Take a look that way. If you turn around, which I'm assuming you both do.
Yeah.
The hallway seems to stretch out endlessly before you. Where once the dark library here would fade into sort of a darkness, now you see an endless, dimly lit hallway lined with rows of towering bookshelves, much like you would expect. But in the distance, there is a small light at the end of this sort of liminal Athenium hallway. The scent of ash and iron that sort of accompanies the library as you know it fades slightly and is replaced by a stronger scent of old parchment. And though the tomes here are mostly dark blacks and dim browns along the spines, there are faint glimmers of light that illuminate sporadic book titles. If you turn back to see Lionel, what you see is the same sight now. Another endless hallway that stretches out. No Lionel, no desk, no Gothic window. However, facing this way, there is no light at the end of the tunnel.
And Lionel's gone, you said?
Yep.
Mother. I don't know what he wants us to do. Pick another book, I guess.
I'm gonna start looking at the books, see if there's anything weird about them.
Yeah, maybe don't touch him yet.
Give me an
Maybe we
investigation
just keep
check.
walking.
And welcome to Non-Canon, everyone. This is the show that we do on Fridays in an attempt to busk a few coins out of you hard-working folk. I see that we had quite a few subs come in, which
Yes, thank
contributes
you.
to the first bar down on the bottom there. At the end of that today, once again, you get another elixir. If you're able to hit that top end there. And on the other side of the screen, on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see that the dark and light bars have returned to close to normal. However, there are some changes. Obviously, the loot boxes and magic items exist. There's an encounter, there's exalted, there's cursed. But we also have tarot time
What?
on the dark bar. Tarot time.
What?
It's tarot time is on there. And also level up has been lowered.
My favorite bubble tea.
You could potentially get 2 levels today, by the way, if they maxed out the light bar. So level
Really?
up is on there.
Okay.
Yeah, at a slightly
That
lower.
means it's about to get really tough.
Yeah, that means we're about to get fucked. Okay, all right.
Level up's on there. And also
Twice.
lore. So not only will they unlock a memory, which is indicated by the little white glimmer and the little red glimmer, they will still unlock memories. Their characters have a sort of amnesiac element to this process. They have unlocked varying bits and pieces of memories. They'll unlock either a good or a bad memory from their living lives, but they also could potentially get a level up today, or we could get just straight up lore. Now, I know that there are some people in the chat room who have no money and only care about the lore. Piranha plant. just a pauper, and that's on there for them. Of course, if you do max out the light bar, it'll be a full level up for both of the characters, and also if you max out the dark bar, you lose. And if you max both of them out,
Something crazy happens.
everything goes crazy. So that's what's available for you guys today. However, you already have. Is that loot box on the left done? The dark loot box? I can't tell.
No.
Yes.
No? Yes?
Yes.
It whacked just immediately. Yep.
Yep.
It was empty. Nothing on the bar whatsoever. So I'd say as you sort of like turn around and
Actually,
start
I think-
investigating these shelves, I think it's off by like. Oh, it just went.
I
Never
think
mind.
it's
there
off.
we go.
It just went.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Well,
So you start off today with 2 loot boxes from the Fates and a magic item. So let's do those. The first loot box at your feet as you turn around the first time here is filled with these 2 items. A poisonous
ooh,
kit.
another one.
But like I need to write in that like
Duplicates reroll or something.
no, just
Well-
something needs to be poisoned in order for it to die.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We need a story in which you have to go and like assassinate a king or something poison to justify your poisonous kits. They probably look really different. That's the thing. Like one poisonous
Worry,
kit
I
is
will
like
try
a
to-
classic D&D one, and the other one is like hyper modern, like an MI6 looking James Bond fucking pen with a little needle that comes out or something. What were you
I
saying,
will
Matt?
try to poison the first king that we come.
Okay, great. The next item in there with the poisonous
Regardless
kit
of the quest.
is another poisonous
Oh
kit.
my god!
I'm writing something down. I don't trust that. I gotta write something. I'm writing something down. I don't trust that at all. I don't like that. Maybe we shouldn't do tarot today. PB's not gonna fucking sleep.
Oh god!
I'm gonna write the
How
word
is that any different from
poison.
normal?
Because PB's definitely scared of doing tarot. I got one of
Yeah.
these to really enhance the power of it. Okay, so there's 2 poisonous kits in there. One of them is like
Pick
a
one.
fucking an MI6 modern looking poison thing. The other one being a more classic D&D thing. So each of you have a poisonous kit. And
Yeah,
Wax-
we have
I'll take the
we
modern
have-
looking one.
yeah,
We
you have a
3 poisoners
basically
kits now and an herbalist kit.
yeah. Candle, you can sort of treat one of them just like a syringe of poison if you want. Okay, the other loot box has some Dust of Disappearance, making a stunning return.
Oh wow!
So you have
Amazing.
That
two pouches of Dust of Disappearance. I don't know how much usage
No,
you
I
get out
used
of
the
it.
last one.
Oh, you used it. That's right. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
have an invisibility cloak too. So, I mean, you've become the most powerful assassin.
Yep.
And then also some Mason's tools.
Mason's tools. I will take those. Actually.
Okay. I love how, for me, if someone had handed me Mason's tools, if I was playing in this, I would have been incredibly disappointed. But you actually got excited about it and snatched them
Yeah,
up for
well,
some reason.
Yeah, I think I can use them for my class a little bit
Oh,
potentially.
okay. All right.
Yeah, because I have to make runes.
Right.
Magic
Yeah,
Mason
that's
is-
kind of cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, now you
We'll
also
never know
get...
unless we get levels up.
That's true. Let's roll for 2 magic items now. So the first magic item that you find in one of these boxes from the Fates, a fucking Periapt of Health. Is that the fucking thing from Cura? That is? God.
I think so.
It was added to my list of shit that doesn't exist in my D&D games anymore. The Lucky Feat, the Periapt of Health, and the
Is it shiny?
Deck of Many Things. I don't know. What does it look like? You tell me.
Well, I think it's shiny, and then I immediately grab it.
I mean, it can be the actual ring if you want. That
The one ring.
the Charity was wearing. So it's like a ring with like a pink, pink gem in it, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It looks good on me.
Yeah, it's probably extremely expensive from your initial glance. And then the other magic item.
Remember when you were deciding on what you wanted your background to be in Veilguard? You're like, oh, I can't do Lord of Fortune. That's like the sociopath route. This is 100% what Candle is.
Oh, yeah. 100%, yeah.
There's
and we got a fourth
I'm so
wall.
sorry to interrupt you all. Yeah, yep, go ahead, Wag. You have 60 seconds to type exclamation point enter.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, giveaway. Enter.
Yeah,
Exclamation
so
point
just do it
enter in the
quick.
chat room. You got 60 seconds and you might win a VIP access tier membership 1 month, which means you'll be able to go back and watch all of the green room content.
There's hundreds. We have hundreds of green rooms.
Yep.
I always think about like what it would be like if I did come in and I really wanted to watch the green room stuff, and then I would watch every episode and then go and find the green room and watch it afterwards. But if I only had 1 month, I'd have to watch them all. So I'd have to watch, and it would just be chaos for my brain to try and keep up. Some of them could do it though. Some of these people's brains are
They can handle it.
significantly more. They're running on a very different operating system than mine. Okay, so I think that's it for now for your gifts from the Fates. Thank you so much, Fates. Again, every tip that comes through, there are links that roll through the chat room, and there are links underneath the stream. Tips will randomly go to either the dark or light bar. The entire tip will go to one bar or the other. It doesn't just sort of like equally split each dollar or whatever. It just kind of just the whole thing will go to one of the bars. And as they hit each of the little nodules there with something written next to it, it will immediately happen, or as close to immediately, or whatever makes sense. You also both get... Oh no, you get 1 elixir.
Fantastic.
elixir
Thank
potion.
you. Thank you, Fates.
Thank you so much, Fates.
Also, congrats, Sarah, for winning that VIP access. Be sure to hit that link and do the redemption so that it goes through.
Sarah B. Bellum got it.
Sarah's
Sarah's one of the good ones. Thank God for that. I like to see.
Congrats.
You got a potion of fire breath out of the other loot box as well. I don't know if I mentioned it, but that is what you got. And the elixir gives you the effects of a long rest immediately upon a drinkage, which also you should have done because you'll be rested coming back to the library. So you're fully rested right now.
So we get an idea of what these items do, you said before, correct?
Yeah, you generally
When we pick
understand
them
how
up?
to use any item.
Okay.
You don't get the Cal Kestis touch it and know everything about it thing. You just sort of vaguely, you sort of if you just picked up an EpiPen, you'd know when and how to use it. You wouldn't fully know what it was or the context that it came from, like modern, Earth, Manhattan. We have
Manhattan,
Manhattan is heaven. That's where you end up afterwards. So you rolled me an investigation check as well. What was it?
A 14.
A 14. Yeah, so you like grab up the items that have been appearing from the Fates, the Hunger Games, when they send those, they should I should have had them come in on those stupid little fucking parachutes or whatever that was in that fucking movie. I watched those not too long ago because I'm a sad old man who has nothing better to do, and I was like waiting to just absolutely hate them. And you know what? Not the worst, honestly.
Yeah,
But the
I
little
think
parachute
I binged
things.
the books all in a weekend, and then I got to the end and I got upset, and I never do this, but I threw the book across the room.
That's
the
insane,
end.
dude. That is insane.
It's absolutely insane. But but because of the betrayal of PTSD, and I was just upset. I was like, that's not in the future of everybody who has PTSD. 10 years later, absolutely, it was absolutely 100% accurate.
Yeah. Dead on. So, yeah, you get the sense here on this 14 that these books are not the same as the ones that you had previously been encountering, though there are many different books here. These aren't the books that transport you to another world. You're in the library true. You're just wandering an actual physical library with some of these books. Now, each of the books, they are different. And as Lionel said, many of them have many duplicates as well. So often you'll see, the dictionary, and then there'll be just hundreds of copies of it.
Okay.
As they, sort of account for many different multiversal approaches to how these books would exist. You're rolling an investigation check for something?
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to see if I also knew this, because we rolled, I think, a 14. So that I could be like, yes, this is crazy. What do some of these titles say? Do they have our names on them or anything?
What's the name of this NPC, Brad?
What?
I'm kind of prepared.
Oh yeah, sorry.
What's their name? What's their name?
I'm kind of prepared.
Well, I just mean like, is it titles or is it like lives? I guess
some
what
of
I'm
them,
wondering.
It's everything. It's every book of every story of every kind. There are books that look old, some that look new, some that we would recognize from Earth, some that look completely alien and weird. Some are comic books, some are manga, some are things like dictionaries and Bibles and things, that kind of thing, encyclopedias, and again ranging from different possible worlds and scenarios. Some of the books like that are made out of leather and paper, some look like they're made out of metal, some look like they're made out of flesh, some look like they're alive. For the most part, most books in here look like a classic leather-bound tome with a dark spine, but every now and then one will look unique and different. Some of them have these kind of glistening, sort of illuminated titles, and as you kind of sort of question this and start to look over them, Lionel is next to you. He sort of just walks past you as you're looking, and he says, "Oh, don't worry about these books. They're not going to send you anywhere. Why not try?"
We can steal them?
Well, if you want to be carrying around a bunch of dusty old tomes...
Immediately start looking for anything that looks like it might be worth something.
He says, "Each of the following rooms that we're going to walk through, I'd like to have you carefully pick one book, find a quote within it, and then tell me what it means to you." And
well, when you were asking for our help, I wasn't expecting something so personal. Jesus.
as I said, first we need to get to know you. And you need to get to know you. And I'm not sure what that process looks like, but I do know that we can hasten it. We can strike a spark and have that ignite into a flame. So, take your time.
I'm gonna grab one right off the shelf that looks interesting to me.
Okay.
Can I decide on what it is?
Yeah, roll me a d20, but you can decide how it looks, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, so this one, it's a 15, by the way. This one has some bright colors on the front. It's got, I guess it would look sort of like a short novel, and it has a number on it on the spine, and it says Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll
You
change.
just power gamed your D20 roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start looking through it.
Yeah, you open it up and you see a quote that says, "I don't know if you exist or not, God, but cut me some slack. Even a guy like me needs a break. Please let me enjoy the happiness of having a cup of coffee with my family."
Jesus.
This is somebody that's been through the ringer. Somebody that just needs a break. We all need breaks. If we don't take breaks, what's the point of living?
Lionel looks at you and nods. He says, Remember the quote.
Can you paste it somewhere? Okay, there we
I
go.
did, yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Uh,
Trying to remember anything right now for me is not gonna happen.
Yeah. PB, you can roll me a D 50 if you want,
17.
and roll me another one.
41.
First book you look at, and this is sort of going back a little as you were looking over some of the titles. You see a book that says AI Ethics, 9th edition by Jenna Ray 900B.
Uh-huh.
The next book you look at is what looks very much like a children's book. The other one looks like a modern textbook, but this one it looks like a children's book that says The Little Dragon Who Couldn't Fly by Tilly Bramble.
I picked that one.
Okay, roll me a D20.
Okay. 7.
You open this book up and start, flicking through it. And as you flick to a particular page, most of the book is just huge, colorful images about this little dragon, this little green dragon who's like learning how to fly and trying to figure out all these different ways as to how he might go about doing this. Eventually, it seems as if this wizard comes along, this sort of very colourful, silly-looking wizard with a huge beard that obscures almost his entire face except for a large nose. And he's sort of wagging his finger in the image, and a little speech bubble is coming up from the wizard that says, "Not all doors should be opened." And then I need you to roll D100.
Oh. 26.
You recognize this to be a warning from the void.
What?
You recognize this to be a warning from the void.
No, I heard you. What the hell does that mean?
In the same way that you sort of vaguely understand how to use an EpiPen,
Yeah.
you understand
Okay.
that this is a warning from the void, and as you look at this wizard, it's almost as if the wizard is cautioning
directly
you.
to me. Yeah. Okay.
Lionel steps past you, and he almost does like a very indiscreet sort of double take, and then
I'll close
says,
the book and put it away.
he says, the quote, "What does it mean to you?"
To me, or I mean, I think I understand what it means. It has another meaning, I guess. But to me personally, I'm on the right track.
All right. Well, I won't keep you any longer. He turns and vanishes in a kind of burst of flames. Really, it's just kind of like embers. And the light at the end of the hallway on that, the first way that you might look down, seems a little larger, as if it's not quite as far away as it was.
That book I was just looking at, Candle, seemed like something. It seemed like something else was warning us not to continue down this path. I think it said some doors. Maybe. Maybe that space we were in before. I don't know. Just something outside of this. I don't know how to describe it.
In my experience, when somebody gives me a warning, that means they don't want me to go somewhere. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is good for me to not do that thing.
No, I know. That's why I said it means I think we're on the right track. If we want change, if we want out of here, then that seems like the right direction, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if the change is going to be good or bad, but there's change this way. So like a roadmap.
A lot of this just seems like we don't have a choice anyway. So.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's not like we can turn around.
I turn around. Is it still that empty hallway with no light?
Behind you? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we go that way. I point towards the light. Do you really think we're being punished for something?
I mean, I've done a lot of bad things. Well, I guess it depends on who you ask. But it's very possible. What about you? Are you a bad girl?
I think anyone who wants to punish me for the things I've done. No. I don't think I'm being punished. Let's go.
We got another giveaway for Fourth Wall. Everybody
3
that wants to
of
enter.
them.
Yes. I think we is this 3?
Yep, 3 of them. You have 60 seconds.
Yes.
Type exclamation point enter.
Thank you so much.
Sorry to interrupt. I just know they only have 60 seconds.
Yeah, no, okay. That's really the reason we're here. We're all going to get into the game and the role play and everything, but then we have to snap ourselves back.
I go
and
up the
be
stairs.
Like, wait.
I go up the
He
stairs.
runs up the stairs. He runs up the
I
stairs.
Guys, level 9 fireball.
Level 9 fireball. Okay, yeah, you are heading down
That
the
also
hallway
gives
though.
you discount on merch and stuff too, the memberships, which is nice for Christmas.
This is
All right,
3.
continue. Sorry. Yeah, 3 of them. So
Wow.
3 people will win here. Yeah,
Damn.
incredible. Very
Aqua
generous.
snakes,
Thank
what
you.
the fuck?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you start walking down this hallway. Eventually, you start hearing a noise. Give me perception checks.
4. I also have disadvantage, I think. Hold on, because I have that curse on me.
Winners are now Lily and
Oh,
Obama.
are my eyes and ears back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah.
flip
Everything
later.
is
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Oh, that one was
Sorry,
bad.
I was watching that go. You said perception, right?
Yes.
I have sour sight.
5.
So, for the next session. Okay, so that's gone.
Yeah, you only have it for that one session.
Bitter aura still on. Do I still smell like licorice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 and a 5.
A 4 and a 5. Kind of sounds like a tapping noise, maybe.
I think he's getting impatient.
You think who's getting impatient? What is that?
Did you hear that tapping?
Yeah, what is that?
Sounds like somebody's tapping their foot.
I look up.
You step into a room that still contains several shelves filled with books, but this is kind of more like a chamber with a slightly domed, vaulted sort of ceiling. And it is dominated on one side by an enormous mechanical structure resembling a sort of massive astrolabe with these slowly rotating arms and gears. There is, at the center of this astrolabe, and sitting around a closed doorway, and partially kind of seems like it might be partially integrated into the astrolabe, is a grandfather clock with the times, the hands are moving far too quickly, but the sound coming off of it is moving too slowly for a second. You see that there are inscriptions on the walls that are written in two different types of common. Now, I need to figure out how journals work, so let me see if I can just... This is a little bit of a test, but there are two types of common. On the wall on the left, at Candle's eye height, written in common that only Candle can understand, is one set of words. And on the wall on the right, at Nivara's eye height, written in common that only Nivara can understand, are a different set of words. So, still learning how to use everything. Yeah?
What just happened? The bars reset. They hit equal.
All
and
of
then
them?
reset.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me. I was resetting the goal for the sub bar, and it reset the others. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I only hit one of them.
I think you can manually re-add it. But they were.
Okay.
It was literally they just unlocked encounter. We were equal.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I was trying to just reset the sub bar, and it didn't reset,
Well,
even though I hit
jump
it.
onto the stream and click the clip button. And you'll
Oh
be
yeah,
able to
that's
see.
a good idea. But I was watching. I just happened to be looking as they were gonna hit that encounter. It wasn't unlocked.
Hold
they were
tips.
just under it.
Hold all of the
Ooh.
tips.
Hold everything,
Hold everything.
because we can manually set it. I think, right?
Yeah.
While Wack fixes everything and I figure out how to make it so that you can see this journal. Hold everything, Fates. Hold. Everyone get ready to tip. Don't get me wrong.
I
Don't
love
cancel
how we
it.
started this session with everyone you know and knew in your life is dead. And now we're in like some fucking weird ass time library. Does Lionel actually want to get out, or is he just really good at his job? And this is part of the thing he's supposed to run us through? Who knows, man? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, it's excellent. It's excellent. I
You
can't wait to
enjoying
have
the
an
story
encounter in this
that-
clock room.
That I have to come up with in a single afternoon.
Yes.
That's also how I'm coming up with my next show's story, and I told PB the process that I was going to be using
Yep.
for it, and it is
Perfect.
literally even less effort than this. That's not true. Nowhere
Not
near
true at
true.
all.
I'm going to write an entire setting for it. Wack is struggling.
Yeah, I am.
Hold the tips,
the
everyone.
the session data did not reset. So
Well,
I
that's
don't know
Yeah, you just go in and
Yeah.
put in how much it starts at,
Yeah.
right?
where.
Yep.
Because that's not in the.
First one to do it wins an inspiration
Yeah.
point. Wait, you got an encounter? Let me set that up.
Yeah, I say we just do it. Let me. 1 second.
Guys, I
I'll
hope
do
you're
it.
enjoying your Friday evening with us here at Tablestory.
Mhm.
From now
so
on,
sorry.
From now on, Wacksteven is not allowed to be at the controls of things, and that is because all of us are running 2 shows a week. And this is what happens when we run 2 shows a week. You guys get to have 2 hours in the evening with a show with us. What a great time for you. Whereas we
Oh
have
my
to
God.
spend all day, every day prepping them. And it leads
It
to...
was Tabiru's. Tabiru
brain
was the
fog.
final one. I said level up.
Oh.
The whole bars get rolled. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can fix this, y'all.
I have no idea how to fix it.
because the
fine.
session data
I'm here.
is it's still there. We have our normal progress and stuff.
All right, let's see.
Let's see if you can figure it out over a good old-fashioned combat encounter. As you step into the room with this giant astrolabe, this writing, you make out a couple of words on the walls, both of you, and you also sort of recognize this grandfather clock. The rug underneath your feet comes to life and tries to smother you. It's literally just a rug. It's
Oh my god, for real?
the rug of smothering that you will be fighting today. Who doesn't love a rug of smothering for their combat encounter?
We might not be able to manually reset it. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, I took a screenshot of where we were.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can. God, this music is the best. Well, I have a thought. I might be able to do. I can just move the target down by the amount that it was already there. And then that way, whatever's left, you know, it still hits the same stuff.
Yeah,
But we just
I mean,
math it as well.
yeah, but I don't know where to add anything. Do we just lower the? I mean, I guess we could just lower the goal target.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do.
That's not going to work though, is it?
I don't know. I say we just add it like we can do it ourselves, right? When we see the
Fuck
new
it.
amount
Chaos
come in on the bar.
reigns. Lower
Yep.
the goal target.
All right.
What
Oh my
happens,
God, okay.
happens.
75, 150. So it was
Are
about.
you doing it right now? Oh, okay. Or am I doing it?
Well, I think it was about 200 for each that we had,
Okay.
so it'd be lowered to 550.
I'll roll your initiatives for you. Because I can do that.
Oh, don't do that.
Too late. Your initiative
No,
is
I was-
rolled. You got an 8. I know
Thank
you're
you.
talking
Thank
to
you.
him.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you were talking to him.
I'm not. I didn't mess with any of the goals. I didn't do anything.
I don't think I should either. I think it's going to break things.
Okay.
It's already turned one of them randomly upside down. So
Oh my god.
I'm playing the game on my
I'm-
own.
I'm exiting. I'm exiting. I'm exiting. I'm exiting. I'm just going to math it, you guys. I got it. I can do it. I know exactly. You know what you should do? Brad, can you make a mark on the overlay? Do you
Yeah.
have the plugin that allows you to draw? Just put the
No.
mark. We'll just manually put the marker there. And move it up by about 200 every single. They were pretty even.
I
So
don't know
think
how
we
it
just-
happened. I wasn't even in that overlay.
Well, because if you're messing with the session data or you're resetting goals,
You know what I
it's
might
gonna
be able to
reset
do?
anything.
Hold on.
What?
You know what I might be able to do? You two,
What?
fill time. Tell them
Okay,
all about the
cool.
wonderful shows we've got.
I am going to attack the. Oh, okay.
No, don't do that. That's not filling time. You still
That's-
need me for that.
Yeah. Uh huh. Nah, Wax got it. I'm just kidding.
I'll do it if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. On Sundays, please tune in for Deathless, which is a. Oh, how should I describe it? It's vampires.
Yep.
Or is it?
Ooh.
Yeah. I guess yes. But
Yes. Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. It's vampires. You should check it out. It's PB Vampires.
Just yes. Yeah.
And that's a wonderful
is
show with a wonderful cast. And on Mondays, we've got Gatewalkers, which is my Pathfinder 2e game that I run. That is an adventure path and we're deep into that adventure path. We're almost near the end. On Tuesdays, we've got Cura, a wonderful show by Mr. BradWOTO. And it is a homebrew campaign that is a wonderful exploration of the end of the world. And on Wednesdays, we have Tidal Blades, which is still early on, and it is run by the wonderful Pumpkinberry. And it's
has
a
an
fantastic
amazing cast. I was crying episode 2.
You cry every episode.
No, I don't. I'm pretty good at, if I'm in the show or if I'm watching, absolutely crying. But as a GM, I'm pretty good at keeping my shit together when I need to. But my God, they almost got me. They almost got me.
Yeah.
It was very good. Ridiculous.
It's a wonderful show. It is a sponsored show. But you should definitely check the game out because it is very cool. It runs off of
I'm getting it.
Cypher system.
I've decided.
And it's also a board
I thought
game.
you meant the board game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also a board game. And on Thursdays, we have a show that I also recently started called Main Character.
And how would you describe that one?
Yeah, how do you describe that one?
How would you let
wanna
people
know how
know
you
what
do
that
it.
was? Yep.
Yeah. Well, it is a
In 10
Present-
seconds or less.
it's
Because
a
I've
present
done
day
it.
show.
Yes.
He's
Perfect.
amazing. God damn it. It's a present day type show
Wait, I need to move
that
this one.
it sort of follows the story of some gamers. We'll say that.
Yeah. You don't think you
Check
would?
it out.
You don't think you would describe it with the plot hook now that you've done 2 episodes? This is now just me asking a fellow GM a question, but we're filling time.
I think next week.
Yeah, okay. Because I do the same thing where it's like sometimes I'll wait a couple weeks and then I'll go, yeah, by the way, it's vampires, but we're in PBU now. Now that the players know the thing, it doesn't matter.
Does that work? That makes sense.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it makes sense.
That's
yes.
correct.
And as
It
soon
would be
as you
the
were
same.
like, yep, yes, because you've just moved it down, that's all.
Oh my god, I have not had enough sleep for that level of brain power. Both
we
of
did
you
it!
minus inspiration points.
Brad.
I get an inspiration point, in fact.
Yeah, you get an inspiration point. I
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Hope
exactly.
we can fix it afterwards.
Well, I'm sure we can.
All right, we need tips now so that we can see if it's still working. Can we get some tips to see if it's still working? And basically, I just moved everything down. So really, it's the same.
It is.
And if it's working,
Yep, it's
fates.
working.
Oh my god! Thank you
Thank
for the tips,
you.
everyone. Sorry for the chaos and the madness. And
So sorry.
Combat, let's go, bitch.
And the encounter that you paid for that is no longer on the screen. I'm just doing this, but I realized the acting I was doing. The combat begins. The rug comes to life underneath you and begins. Looks like it's going to try and smother you to death, Candle and Nivara. It is Candle's turn in combat here. Now, Candle has 2 lightsabers and some batarangs.
Whoa! Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you so much for the tips,
Hey,
Faith.
fuck it. You want to be exalted right
Appreciate
now,
it.
right? That's what you want to
Yes.
do before the
Yes.
before the thing
Yes.
happens.
Yes.
Um,
D100?
No, it's a D20. No, D30.
17.
17.
Exalt me, baby.
I think you already have this. Unyielding Spirit. You have advantage on saving throws against fear.
I do.
Okay, roll again.
Does that mean I get it again? Okay. Hell
I got a 3.
A 3. Blessed Resilience. The first time you drop to 0 HP each day, you stabilize automatically without needing to
Oh,
roll.
wow. That's incredible.
And I'm just going to put each session because
Yeah.
that's how we're running this game. So that's yours, Blessed Resilience. What did you get, TB?
16.
16. Silent Step. Do you have this one already? You have advantage on dexterity stealth checks when moving across natural terrain
I
like
think I
forest
do,
or plains.
actually. I think I do, actually.
Roll it
Hold
again.
on. Let me pull it up.
If you get one you've already got for a third
Yeah.
time, your character immediately dies because we've wasted enough time.
18. Why is this 16, 17, and 18? It's freaking me out, man. Oh.
Refined hearing. You have advantage on wisdom perception checks based on sound.
Okay.
That one you haven't got.
I don't think I have that. I think I just am a cat.
You become exalted.
Oh.
Exalted.
Thank you, Fates.
On behalf
you
of
so
the
much.
Fates, just in time for the fight here as this rug comes to life. Candle, it is your turn here at the beginning of combat. What do you want to do?
I will attack with my dagger because I have not fixed the lightsaber yet. I'm sorry, I forgot to target. Let me do that again.
Wow. He's really off his game, dude. That is insane.
I'm so tired.
That is insane.
13
dude.
hit.
Do not drive a car or operate any machinery tonight.
I've driven already this morning.
Oh god, the chaos in the wake. If you actually see his car, it's like half on it. It's on two wheels on his driveway. Gore and blood over it.
There's a fire hydrant just stuck.
Yeah, you remember in the original GTA where you'd get that Garanga or whatever it was called, where you run over like those 8 dudes in a row? He did that. One of them was PB.
So 13 is a hit according to the
All
chat.
right, yeah. Let's see.
And for 5 damage.
5 damage to the rug. The rug kind of like lifts up and you just bring the dagger down, and I feel like it partially tears itself as it kind of is lifting up in front of you, and you just stick a dagger into it and tear a hole in this thing.
And 3 sneak attack damage because I have another person in melee range.
That's correct. That's exactly how rogues work. I remember all of the D&D rolls. I've been doing this every day for years now. Great. Okay, end of your turn.
That's...
You wanna disengage?
I will disengage and back off. To... I think here.
Okay. What can the rug do?
I can't believe you used a dagger and not your 2 lightsabers.
I mean, it would have killed it in one. It's a lightsaber, you know. Lightsaber versus rug. No, I'll use this little tiny bit of metal. Okay, I guess it's just going to try and smother Nivara then, since you're still there. This is the classic story of this game, really. Nivara tanking everything.
Yeah.
A 13? But your AC is lower than a 13?
Wait, is it?
It can't possibly be. Surely not.
No.
Why is it saying it is?
You have your armor equipped?
No,
It says
I don't.
your AC is a 12. Okay, well, it's a miss, but you can figure it out for next time. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's alright. I don't know how to use everything yet either. Okay, and then it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to attack. And I'm going to use my Warhammer.
Oh, yes. You have the
And I'm
Warhammer.
going to give myself, I'm going to use Fleeting Inspiration, which gives me +5.
Okay.
for
Remember
this
to
attack.
target the thing, hover over it and hit 2.
Yep, it's already, wow, amazing.
You
Well, that
missed.
would be 15. If I give myself +5, that's 15.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that I think does hit.
Wonderful.
Yes. So I guess roll...
11.
Yeah, there you go. Done. Nice, yeah. I don't understand how this Warhammer does so much damage to a rug of smothering. But it does. You want to explain how that works?
Yes. So the hammer has like spikes and shit on it, and I think it just gets caught in one of the tassels of the rug and just unravels the rug.
Yeah, okay.
Starts to, anyway. Yeah.
Messes the rug up.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Yeah?
I was gonna move, but it's an advantage attack. So
All right.
I won't.
Background to Candle. That level up's actually within sight.
Oh!
Oh! They've not leveled
okay.
up. How many weeks have we... What is this, 9? Week 9 or 8 or 9? Jesus.
7 or 8.
I'm so sorry. It seems that Tabaxi would attack a rug by puking on it, just like any other cat.
Shh. It actually says underneath the rug of smothering that if a tabaxi pukes on it, it instantly kills the rug. And if a gnome uses dual lightsabers, that would immediately destroy it as well. But don't tell them that.
Okay. I am going to drop my dagger, and then I'm going to draw my short bow and fire.
Do it. Ooh.
That is a crit.
Yeah. Give me that damage.
For a whopping 6 critical damage.
Wow. You still get your sneak attack.
Rolled a 1 and a 2.
Wow.
Sneak attack is
I guess just because
also
it's a
doubled.
carpet, you know? You just fire an arrow through it.
Okay, so this is a crit. So, 15 damage.
Wow, you actually destroy it. I
wow.
thought that... I think this is meant to be a hard or deadly encounter, and it is apparently not. You just absolutely annihilated this thing instantly. So, good for you, I guess.
Wow.
Really glad I went to the effort. No, I'm kind of glad you did it quickly because we had to waste so much time messing around with the
Sorry.
the
Oh
overlays
God, I'm
and
so
things.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
That was your fault. Yeah, that's what I meant.
so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you just tear this thing up, the two of you. It kind of just, I think this goes so quickly that the carpet rises up and the two of you almost flinch. A dagger goes into it, an arrow as Candle jumps backwards, firing an arrow at this thing. Nivara hits it with a warhammer and it just goes and falls back to the ground. A harmless carpet now with a couple of holes in it. Doesn't seem to move. Doesn't seem like it's going to jump back up all of a sudden. You defeat the
What the
carpet.
hell?
It was more just like, you know, you had to put it back in its place. More than anything else, I'd say.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
I
me
know that.
either.
I know that I've seen some enchanted suits of armor and stuff before, but never an enchanted carpet.
Now, in
Yeah,
theory,
do
if
we have to worry about these bookshelves as well? Like, what else is gonna happen here?
maybe, but it doesn't seem like it right now. I'm going to give you that on
Oh,
your
I was just saying that
passive
too.
investigation. Okay, good. If I click this button, do
The
you
world
see
ends.
this? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
what?
this is what you see. Candle's common and Nivara's common on the
Okay.
on the walls. Again, grandfather clock, door underneath it, astrolabe behind it, but still kind of a huge library room. If each of you could read your common things out.
Out loud. Okay. You want to go first, Candle?
In the depths of night, a cold moment of fright. Yesterday is gone, today is anew. The day begins, but time is few. 2 figures follow, twins of a 5. What is the time when you were last alive?
Holy shit. I am a mirror in time, a palindrome's grace. My digits reflect in their perfect place. Dirty knee, fish chips, and peas. The numbers you knew rhyme with me. Afternoon glow when shadows bend. What hour am I from start to end?
In the depths of night, a cold moment of fright. Yesterday is gone, today is anew. I guess that's midnight.
Well,
Yesterday is gone, and today is anew. That's like the day begins, but time is few.
yeah, but are they personal to us?
Well, I don't
You
know,
know?
but I think that's what mine
Fish
means.
chips and peas.
2 figures
Yeah.
follow, twins of a 5. What is the time when you were last alive?
Oh, that's horrifying.
2 figures follow, twins of a 5. So like two figures follow could be 2 zeros? Like... So 12 a.m.?
Yeah, maybe.
The grandfather clock has like a little symbol over the top of it, like you get in video games, that suggests you can interact with the arms. And
Oh. Okay, but which one of us is the hour?
I don't know.
Well, because I think mine is like afternoon glow when shadows band. That just makes me think afternoon. Right. It's letting me know maybe it's in the evening time, but I don't know about dirty knee, fish chips, and peas. Like what? The numbers you knew rhyme with me. Chips and
Digits
peas.
reflect in their
What?
perfect place. So maybe
I'm a mirror in time. So it's got to be like...
I think the first and last digit are the same. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, like 1111 or something like that, right? But,
Dirty knee, fish, chips, and peas.
and peas. That's what's getting me. I don't...
Numbers you knew rhyme with me. Peas.
Peas.
1, 2, 3s.
Yeah, I guess. But fish chips? And dirty knee. What the hell?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Afternoon glow when shadows bend. What hour am I from start to end?
That's just, I think, evening, right? Because if it's a mirror, I guess there's no way for you to know whether it's AM or in the evening. But that, to me, just says I'm in the evening. But what hour am I from start to end implies it wants the whole thing, rather than yours just being midnight. I think it's got to be like 11:11 or 1221 or something like that, you know?
Mirror in time, a palindrome's grace. My digits reflect in their perfect place. 3s rhymes with peas. Chips, nothing rhymes
Unless
with
it
chips.
is connected. So it's like 1221 because of yours, midnight. Right? Like 1221. Or what else is there? 3.
Like 1233?
Yeah, maybe. But that's not a mirror.
No, it's not
Right.
a palindrome. Unless it just
Yeah.
means the last two numbers.
No, my
But I
digits
think
reflect in
mine-
their perfect place. So I think it's
1221?
Absolutely
Like
me.
3 and 3? 1221?
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Because then if you add those two, then that's 3 and 3. And those
Yeah.
both rhyme with peas.
Yep.
I'm going to set it for 1221.
All right, let's do it.
1221.
Mm.
Yep. I'll
You
get stuck in
turn
a...
the little.
Mhm.
Once you take your finger off of the whichever hand you moved second, it continues to spin.
Damn, okay.
Mm.
But the 12 stays in place?
No,
Oh, okay.
they all continue to spin.
Okay. Also, I had closed the chat, but y'all are so good. Nobody's spoiling anything. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
you want
close
to
it
ask the
again anyway.
audience?
No.
You sure?
Mm.
You can't give us a puzzle and then expect us to just give up right away.
They don't know either, otherwise they would have written it. They don't know what they're doing. They're too busy counting their pennies trying to get you a level up.
Numbers you knew rhyme with me. It's the fish chips that's throwing me real bad. Because P and knee are 3, right? That makes sense.
Well,
But
maybe
what
it's
the
like
fuck rhymes with
broken
fish
up.
chips? And
Maybe
now I'm
it's broken
hungry.
Maybe it's like it's broken up. Like dirty knee rhymes with 33.
Yep.
Fish, chips, and peas is another part.
But
I don't know
the
what that
problem
means.
with the 33 is then the second one would have to be 33, right?
I don't know.
Because if it's a mirror, it'd be 33, 33. But and that's not even a time we can pick.
I don't know if they're two different times or if they're one time. I'm gonna set it to 12 o'clock.
Okay, yep. And then maybe mine after?
Yeah. You turn it to 12 o'clock. You see the astrolabe move into place. Half of the astrolabe stays still. Half of it continues to move slowly. When you take
Okay.
your hands off of the 12, it holds for a second and then continues to spin. Title of the episode. Spinned.
Okay. I'm gonna try 333, but not, yeah. Which is insane if this is what you have done, Bradley.
You set it to 3:33.
3:33 in the afternoon, yes. Well, not that I could do. Oh, you mother.
You didn't even.
That was a good puzzle.
I was
That
almost
was a
not-
good puzzle. That woke my brain right up.
almost not gonna just. I was almost not just gonna write anything on the wall and just be like, you know what the time is that you died.
Oh!
You died at 3:33 p.m. in the afternoon. Candle died at the strike of midnight,
Wow.
and the astrolabe kind of turns, and once it locks into place, the grandfather clock opens, and the door underneath the grandfather clock opens up into it's tarot time.
Ah.
It is tarot time. So I guess you walk into a slightly different room. As you step into a room with again, there are books kind of around, but there is a woman sat at the center of a small table. She beckons you in, but you can see that she's wearing these kind of very loose flowing, thin looking red pieces of fabric.
As well, by the way.
Sitting over a very young looking face with deep brown eyes. She has these kind of like tattoos that run along her fingers and up her arms. She has these bits of jewelry that connect in varying places, like an earring that connects around to a nose piece.
Mummy?
And as you sort of walk in, she says, "Oh, it has been so long. Come and take a seat." Which one of you would like to sit down first?
Mummy! From the mother herself, good lord. Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's
will
tarot
take a tarot
time.
reading.
I have actual
I
tarot
should
cards
have
for
known.
this, for real
I should have
magic.
known. Oh my god.
I brought the real tarot cards out for this. So I guess what we'll do is
Where am I
just
now?
simple bitch tarot. As you sit down.
Wait. You are actually pulling cards?
Yeah, this is why I
Like in
said you're
real
not going to
life,
sleep
this
because
isn't
you're
like
going to freak out because she's not going to be able to handle this. The rest of us is just some silly cards, but PB's going to be like, but the real magic.
Oh, okay.
As you sit down in front of this woman, she says, "We do not have much time. Please pick a situation that you would like clarity over. It could be work or love or just your general situation."
Okay, I got it.
You do?
Was fast. She places 3 cards down and then 3 on top of those. She says, "Just in case we need more information."
Oh god.
Right. Let's draw your first card.
Oh god.
The first card is
Hierophant, let's go.
for your present situation.
Oh.
Now, I'm just going to split the deck. Is that okay? In fact, you tell me when to split the deck.
What? No, I'm not playing this game.
Yeah. You just
Okay,
you just
okay.
say when, and I'll hold it up, okay? Because I'm just going
Okay,
to turn
okay,
it this way,
okay,
but I can't
okay,
do it
okay.
over the mic. All right, I'm going.
333.
I'm going.
Okay,
going.
now. Just split it now. Get it over with.
The Hermit.
It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter what was on that card. She would have had the same reaction.
No,
No.
I'm out.
That's not right, to be fair. So it's the Hermit upright, and some of these cards are upside down. The Hermit upright. She says, you are searching for truth or inner guidance, but you contemplated too much. She watches you for a second.
I'm trying to recover. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. What did she say? I was seeking guidance and then something bad happened?
Inner guidance, truth, and that you are contemplating it too much.
Okay. All right.
Okay. The second card are your obstacles. And you say when. Say when. Say when.
Now.
Okay.
I know. I'm
I
waiting.
know.
I'm doing the magic.
The King of Cups. I know these are reversed, but I think they
Yeah.
aren't on stream. No, they might be. I don't know. The King
Yeah,
of
they
Cups,
are.
no idea off the top of my head. King of Cups. What do you think it is?
It's emotional and it's romance.
King
I'm
of
pretty
Cups. Compassion, control, balance. Your obstacles
Excellent.
are your compassion. Perhaps you should let loose more.
Mm-hmm. Let's just draw the next card.
He
Feel
says
like
the next
this
card
is targeted
is
towards
your
Pumpkinberry
most
and
likely-
not Navarra.
your most likely outcome. Say when.
Oh, great. Okay. Amazing. Now, just execute me live on stream, please, with this one.
I don't know what that is. What the fuck is this? This is just a blank card.
What?
What's?
Oh,
What is
no!
that?
Fuck off! You're lying. Are you
The
lying
six
right now?
of,
Are you being a dick? Oh my god! I believed you.
The 6 of bunches.
Oh. 6 of Wands, what? Yeah, the only reason I know anything about these, Rabbit, is from Delilah and having to look them up.
Having
for
to look them
reading
up,
for
yeah.
people. Yeah.
Tarot's like really fun until it's like you're gonna die tonight, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So the 6 of. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong one.
I actually did a live tarot reading on Gatewalkers, and I did
Oh,
it
God.
legit. I loaded up a website.
I'm doing it legit. How dare you? This is real
Yeah,
magic. Look
I
at
was gonna say,
Peter.
he's
She's
I did a
fucking
full
sleeping
Yeah,
for the
I did a
weekend.
9-card.
Oh, you
I
did
did
the
a
full
9-card
thing.
reading, yeah.
Yeah. You put them all in the right places in the little shape.
Mm-hmm.
She says, your outcome is looking good. The upright 6 of Wands. Victory, success, reward.
I have dissociated.
Heed my words. Perhaps, the gnome.
What? What does it do? Tell my future?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
She pulls 3 cards, places them onto the table, pulls 3 more and places them on top of those and says, this is for your present situation. Say when.
Okay, am I supposed to do something?
Just say when you want me to pull the card.
Okay. Now.
The moon.
Oh.
This suggests that you are not all here right now, unconscious. There are illusions, perhaps problems with your intuition. Tell me, are you suffering
Can't be right.
memory loss? Little gnome.
Memory loss? I mean, a little bit. Not a lot.
I think we are all in the same boat. Okay. This is for your obstacles. You say when.
No.
The Empress.
Oh, I get to meet an empress?
This
Oh, wow.
is a strange one. I suppose it perhaps connects more to nature, but maybe you are with child. This is more to do with motherhood and fertility. Maybe there is a lucky
I look
special
down
person
to
in
his
your
belly, yeah.
life. Maybe you are trying to get back to her.
Get back to who?
Congratulations.
A good question. Perhaps you should hold these questions. We are all
That's
seeking
the fourth
answers.
time he said that today, Wack. Are you writing this shit down?
No.
Okay, I wasn't either, but this is the fourth time he said you should remember this. I'm gonna die.
This is your likely outcome. Say when.
When?
Ah,
Fucking eyes, dude.
strength. This is very good for you in your current predicament. All of the cards that both of you selected were upright. Inner strength, bravery, compassion, and focus. Stay focused and perhaps you will achieve your goals. She looks behind you and says, "Is that all?" Lionel says, "Yes. Be gone." Which, with a flick of his wrist, she
How
vanishes.
dare he?
Soothsayers. Not my cup of tea, unfortunately. They've always plagued me. Witches, mages. I prefer to get things done with my hands.
Right. Wizards are jerks.
Well, hopefully, she told you something that you can use to help our situation.
Whatever it is, I just know that we're not gonna get cursed.
And let's roll on the curses.
Yeah. Perfect.
First curse for Candle is you must close every door you walk through, even if there are people behind you.
Some doors just shouldn't be open, Navarra. Closing every fucking door. Oh, God.
And then Nivara's
It makes me
curse.
so happy. 51.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's John's
Oh,
number.
fine, yeah, it is.
No, 52.
52 is, okay.
Right, yeah. From gone.
It is that the cursed... Okay, hang on, what does this say? The curse begins to weep tears of blood uncontrollably,
Great.
reducing their hit point maximum by 1 for every hour the curse remains active. The curse
Jesus.
dies if this effect reduces its hit point maximum to 0. We'll say this is a temporary one for today.
Okay. Because I was
You
going to
can
say, I'll
reduce
just die.
Your hit point maximum by 1
Uh-huh.
right now.
Okay. From 33 to
And
34.
you've got
I
that
hope I never
true
go up.
blood. I think I'm going to roll a dice for Lionel.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does he react to this bullshit?
Give me an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah, I would. Does this count for sound? The
No.
only reason I ask
Mm.
is because he's a vampire and otherwise very still. So if he were to
Yeah.
react at all, it's going to be a slight reaction, right?
Yeah, it's not really sound.
All right.
A 10?
10. Yep.
He doesn't seem to react.
Yep. Of course.
You also get some more loot.
Thank you, Fates. Thank you.
A fucking another trident. Didn't you get a trident before? There's a 230 items on this, by the way.
Yep.
And they're not weighted in any... They're weighted at a weight of 1, by the way. There is no... Like, the like crazy items are not weighted heavily in any way. I think the magic items are, but this table they're not. So it's insane that you get another trident, one of you, and then also, oh fuck off,
A book. Ooh.
You know what?
what's
Roll
the
me a
book?
D 20. As Lionel says, there we go. Another one of the
10.
books. Why not take a look at it? It looks water damaged, Nivara, with a sort of ocean blue cover.
Okay, well, my first reaction was from Navarro's perspective, which is I'm pretty sure that's how I die. So, what does it smell like?
Salt and brine.
Excellent. Okay, I'll pick it up.
You flick
Yeah.
through it, and the quote that stands out to you is that to know the sea is to respect its silence.
Yeah, okay. I'd
Lionel
agree with
says,
that. Mm-hmm.
what does that mean to you?
That when well, at least from a sailing perspective, when the ocean is very, very still, you need pay heed, because it means there might be something else on the way. Like, respect it when it's quiet, but when it's quiet for a reason.
He glances at you and then looks down to you, Candle. All right. Find me a book. Bring me a quote. And we'll move on.
I'm gonna walk over to the bookcase, have a look, and I will grab one that, if any, sounds like some sort of adventure book.
Okay. Okay, roll me a D50.
Nine.
You pick up The Manifold Dreams of the Seventh Dimension by Dr. Elara Vix.
Of course.
Roll me a D20.
5.
As you flick through this, there is all sorts of little strange notes written into the margins of the book. The stories in it seem to be kind of disjointed and random. Silly adventures of silly people. Each story sort of ends with a really poor sort of fable or moral outcome. But in the margins are all of these like crazy writings and sigils, and varying parts of this are underlined or highlighted by like a modern highlighter that wouldn't really even mean anything to Candle at first. At the very back of the book is a quote that stands out to you, scratched into the margin of the final page. It says, "You never leave the library the same way you entered." And it says underneath it, "The Librarian's Note."
Holy shit.
What does the handwriting look like?
Chicken scratch, like complete, like as if the person wrote it either sort of manic or didn't have they weren't maybe very literate or weren't taught how to write very well.
Ever leave the library the same way?
Lionel sort of perks up. Doesn't take much to guess what that might mean to you, but if it means anything, what would you say it means to you?
Chaos.
It's interesting because mine was the opposite. Right. Stillness.
Pure chaos.
Very well. Onwards. He turns and embers away. This hallway doesn't sort of turn into a liminal thing ahead of you anymore. You can see at the other side of this sort of chamber with these, with all of this sort of fortune teller equipment at the center of it, there is a door on the other side of it that would lead into another place. The door is closed. Depending on who walks through first, Candle's curse
I will,
may
because
activate.
Candle's gonna fucking shut the door in my face.
Yeah, but do you know that? You don't know that.
I think we do, actually. Anytime we get an item, he said this multiple times, we kind of have an innate understanding of what happens.
Of each other's, though?
Yeah, I think so. Of all the items and things.
Yeah, I
I
don't
would
know if you
assume
know
so.
each other's curses. Maybe you only know your own curse. And maybe you don't even know your own curse until it activates, to be fair. Items you pick up, because otherwise you're just going to have a panic attack every time you end up in another world or whatever.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
yeah.
if any situation looks extremely dangerous, I will make Navarra go first.
That's
Does
fine.
this
I'll go
situation
first.
look extremely dangerous?
It seems
Oh,
like
walking through a library.
there is noise coming from this next room,
Exactly.
kind of a fluttering, flickering noise. But it's kind of hard to tell because the door's closed. So
Can I listen?
yeah, give me a
My
perception
new
check.
super hearing?
Yeah.
21.
21. You hear every now and then like a strange kind of fluttering noise, almost like maybe like a pigeon, like fluttering across a room very quickly.
Right.
You don't immediately get the sense of there being like anything evil or dangerous lurking behind this door exactly, but every now and then you do hear a kind of strange little giggle.
There's
And then a
something in
fluttering.
here. And I say with blood tears running down my face that I can't stop. There's something in here. I don't know what it is. And I open the door and I walk in.
You walk through the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Candle's looking around the door. You step into a pretty large and open chamber. Now this is, again, a room filled with books, but you can see that not only do the walls act as sort of shelves, like what has been taking place in some of the other chambers and hallways, but there are rows and rows and rows of shelves. There are also some, in the center of the room, there are some tables. They're kind of mismatched. Like some look like pub tables, some look like round tables, some look new, some look old, some look modern, some look like ancient. But they're all covered in books. There's books everywhere. There's also just books on the ground. Almost as soon as you open the door, they kind of pile out and you have to kind of move through them. They come up to your ankles, so you're kind of like kicking books to be able to walk through. The room is filled with oil lanterns, which kind of flicker, and there are lots of shadows moving around the room because of that. But also, you recognize that there are little magical entities that are darting between the towering shelves here. They flutter and shift back and forth very quickly and unpredictably. You can give me a perception check, both of you, to
Hell
see
yeah.
if you can catch what you're looking at as one
Yeah,
of them flickers.
I'll walk in and immediately close the door.
Yeah. You're giving you OCD.
You said this was what, a perception check?
A perception check.
Perception, yeah.
An 8. Yeah, you can't make out what they are. They just move so quickly. They kind of blur across the room.
10.
And neither can
I'm
you,
enamored.
Candle. These things just blur across the room. Every now and then they make a kind of fluttering noise, but they look dark. And every now and then they kind of giggle or whisper unintelligible words as they move back and forth across the room. However,
Maybe they're like moths.
Yeah, I
They do
think so.
kind of look like moths to the sort of immediate glance. At the far end of this chamber is an absolutely enormous, ornate door in the shape of a closed book. The book door has a giant face. As you step into the room, the face appears to be kind of sleeping. As you close the door, it awakens and says, "Feed me inklings." An inkling,
Inklings?
an inkling flies past your head.
Do you think
Uh,
this is the door that shouldn't be opened or fed? Maybe
Does
it
it
didn't
matter?
mean. Well,
Do
maybe
we
it
have
was
any
a
other way
warning.
to go?
Well, I mean, this can't be the only way. The library's vast. Sure, we could walk for a little bit longer. Is that even true?
Is it true?
Okay. All right. All right. You know, just because this seems like the only way forward doesn't mean that it is. You know, listen to the ocean stillness and all that.
I mean, I think I can feed this thing.
Okay. If you want
I
to
just
feed it
listen.
moth
no-
children.
Well, listen, the whole concept here of opening these doors, it's pure chaos.
Yep.
We
Yep.
don't know.
All right.
It could
Let's see
be
what
any
happens.
door is the door that we're not supposed to go into.
Yeah, but I
We-
just mean let's think for a second before we, you know, what does that imply or what does that mean? But maybe I am overthinking it. All right, let's go, and I'll try to help feed. I'll immediately try to feed it one of these things.
So
Try to
I
catch
am
one of
going
these
to.
moths.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they are like moths. So
Oh, you just stick it in the door, and the door
I
fucking
no,
dies.
I
He's gonna
I
try and-
activate both, and I'm going to use the light to draw them
Mhm.
towards the creature.
They just
Okay.
like get in close to the lightsaber.
Yeah, give me a perception check, I guess. Candle.
I'm not good at those right now. Let's see.
You can do it.
I
I
gotta read my
believe in
thing
you.
again. Oh no, I have a curse on me. Or was that one of the ones that went away? That
We
one's
are
gone.
so close to lore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've just noticed that
And a
because
level up.
you technically unlocked a bad memory because
Ooh,
I
it's a
fucked up
two.
the overlay because I had to scrappily
Okay.
redo it. But I'll allow it.
Okay.
The chaos reigns. You unlock a bad memory, but we'll do those in a minute
Mhm.
because they are they're appropriate to this episode. So thank you for the
Okay.
the bad memory unlock. We'll get that going, and you're very close to a level up and a good memory as well as a chunk of lore. Did you say you rolled a 2?
I did.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get any better idea of what the inklings are, but none of them seem to be drawn immediately to the light of the lightsabers.
I can't.
Anakin versus
That
Obi-Wan,
was very
Revenge of
good.
the Sith.
I'm lightsaber kidding around the room.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what to do then. They're not moths.
I mean, they flicker and flutter across the room every now and then.
I want to try to see if I can catch one.
Okay.
Cat-like reflexes.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check, but you have disadvantage because you've yet to see one.
Oh, can I argue acrobatics at disadvantage?
Probably not, but try.
Okay. I just imagine.
You're the one that makes the decision. You're like, probably not.
Probably not, but I want to hear the argument.
Well, because I'm a cat, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Sleight of hand is like, you know, you're trying to steal something without somebody else noticing. I don't care if they see me coming or
Acrobatics
not.
is like doing a
I'm
backflip,
fast.
though, you know?
That's what I imagine the cat's doing, you know, like Haven't you ever
You
seen a
gotta-
cat like go for a fucking
What you're
toy or a
doing
bird?
is the
They'll do a backflip in midair to get to the bird.
Yeah, and then they'll grab it because
Yeah, with
and
their
then
mouth.
That's the sleight of hand moment. But the
Okay,
your
alright,
your
alright.
chopsticks grabbing a fly out of the air. So it's sleight of hand. yeah.
17.
17's good. You oh no, you have disadvantage.
I did hit the
Oh, that was a
button.
disadvantage. Cool.
Yep.
Then you snatch one out of the air. You grab it. As you grab it, you recognize that it's just a sort of globulous ball of ink. As you grab it, it just feels like goo. It's like flubber, right? But black ink.
Rather ew.
It kind of moves across the back of your hand like a venom symbiote, you know, that kind of weird way it moves. But it doesn't like
Okay.
leave any trail of ink or anything on you. It sort of
Yeah.
remains. It's relatively cold to the touch. But you have it held in your hand. You can feel it kind of trying to escape. And it
Aw.
kind of giggles a little bit in your hand as you grab
No. I'll throw it at the door. Feed the door with it.
it. Its mouth opens.
It's Fable.
And this inkling is launched towards the thing. There's more.
I look. Oh, is Lionel still standing in here with his
Lionel's
fucking
not in
vampiric?
here. No.
Okay, reflexes.
He
Jesus.
keeps bamfing
okay.
out.
Yep.
I'm
Okay,
still
I'll try to
dancing
grab,
around with my laser.
I'll try to
Alright.
grab another one.
Yeah, okay. He's just doing
Doing
he's on a
Yoda
raid.
flips all around.
Yeah. Are you trying to like get one? Or are you
Yeah, I'm
still
trying to
trying
get
to
their
draw them?
attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. They will never get their attention, so it doesn't really work.
Okay.
I didn't know if you were like trying to just kill one.
Well, they don't seem to like the light. Okay, I do a cross put away, sheath.
And
And
Navarro
then,
grabs another one out of the air.
Yeah, I grab another one out of the air and feed the door with
Yeah.
it. The door? Right as the door might open? Are you for real?
The door turns around. As he turns around, the door kind of opens and reveals the next hallway ahead. In that moment, as Candle sort of turns and figures out, like sort of looking to see how he might catch one of these inklings, Lionel appears and says, "First, we will have to find a book. Something that might call to you. Any one of these books. This room is rather a mess."
Any book?
We need a
Your
quote.
turn.
Just as you fed an inkling to the book door, I need you to feed me a quote that means something.
Have you
Right.
picked one? I point to Lionel.
These books, I've read most of them now.
Yeah, but why don't you pick one and then a quote and then we answer what it means to each of us?
Because the key is inside of you, not me.
Yeah, that's what you think though, right? We don't know for sure. That feels right. That feels chaos. Do we
Well-
know his name? We don't, do we?
Who?
Lionel.
Lionel.
We don't know his name is Lionel, right?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you introduced him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now see that there is chaos, Mr. Lionel, right? You have this whole plan. And
know.
you have this whole. What? Yeah,
I said, and I know.
yeah, exactly. And as soon as he said it, I went, "That's a great idea." So I think we should do that. If the answer is inside us and he said it and I agree, then I think you should do that.
Yes. Well, first, we're going to do this the way that I think after millennia this needs to go. And if you
Because
can
you've been
disprove
so
it,
successful at escaping.
And I guess the answer isn't in us; it's in Lionel's idea of us. All right, go ahead. Pick a book then, I guess.
What did
I
you
look
even
at
do to
Candle.
get this job?
I was good at my job. I told you that already.
And what was your job?
Uh-huh.
Practically this, but on a smaller scale.
You were a librarian?
No, I managed the affairs of a family, a very ancient family that spanned my entire world.
Sorry, you're a butler?
I suppose so. You can call me that
Okay.
if you'd like.
No, I'm just trying to understand because we don't really have that sort of.
You
I
don't
mean, we
have
do, but-
butlers.
No, we don't really. I know what they are because we just went into a book and ran into. I was called a jester, and the term butler came to mind at first.
Hmm.
But
And
I
what
don't
about
have
the
that where I'm
term
from, I
pirate?
don't think. How dare you? I think I get the hairs on the. I do the cat thing, right? Where I'm just like, and my hairs stand up and I get really mad.
Yeah. You see, as I said, I understand more about what is going on here than either of you. So
Okay.
stick with
Well-
me, and then maybe, if everything I try fails, we'll go with your plan.
Okay, well, why does that word give me that reaction then if you know so much?
Let's find out. Find a book. Find me a quote.
I pick up the ocean book again.
Yeah.
Same one, just a different page.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
6.
There's a sort of a set of pages that are kind of too water damaged to really make anything out, but you get the sense that looking at them, you see sort of stanzas and things, that these might have been poems on these pages. At the bottom of the page, it says, "Love is the one magic that grows stronger when given away."
Oh, shit. Okay. Am I
What does
still
that
crying
mean?
tears of blood?
Yes.
I think I don't say anything for a second. I'm clearly confused.
I think I saw that slogan on a brothel.
I feel very sad, like I've lost something great. Profound. And I close the book.
Right. And you, Mr. Weatherly?
Shake my head. You have to call me that.
It's your name.
No.
No?
I've been born with it, but it's not my name.
You want me to call you Candle?
Yeah.
You remember how you got that name?
Why?
Just a simple question.
I don't think it is. But if you wonder what I'm thinking when I hear that quote, I think that love is for fools. And that it doesn't make any sense. If love was as good as people say that it was, you would never want to give it away. You'd want to keep it for yourself.
It's not how love works, Candle.
I guess I've never been in love then. Some people don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
Lionel, watching you both, says, "Look." He licks his finger, and as he holds it to the air like you might do testing the wind, you see a string of sort of magic extend and move out and through the doorway. The
Sorry, I gotta say, I gotta level up.
the string moves out of the doorway, and he says, That is not chaos. And that is not a spell that I am casting. You are casting it. And every time you come back to me, you seem to have unlocked something about yourselves that creates a path. I've been trying to follow it.
The music change was so good. My God.
Yep.
And now we shall follow it together. He turns around and disappears into embers. You have leveled up. Not only did you unlock a memory, a good
Chat,
memory,
no.
He's
Chat,
almost
no.
lost as well.
Chat, no.
but
Chat, no.
you
Chat, no.
unlocked a level up finally. So you're finally level 4. We'll do that level up
Yay.
between sessions. There's no point in trying to do it now.
And
It'll
that's
be
where we end the
chaos.
session, right? That's
Nope.
where we're ending today?
Unfortunately not. You are just a notch underneath. You lose. You have unlocked some lore, you've unlocked a good memory and a bad memory, and you've unlocked a level up. You could potentially get another level up here
No.
if the fates wanted to be chaos incarnate.
There's no
I
way
mean, it
we
is-
would get lucky enough to get the level up and not that
And
you
not that
lose.
you lose.
Yeah.
No chance.
We'll see. The magic that kind of runs
I
like
mean-
a string out of the room remains for a few seconds and then dissipates.
So
I'm just fucking staring at the bar like, dear God.
I know I don't need to.
It's doom scrolling.
Yeah.
It's doom scrolling.
I know I don't need to like look at it because you
Yeah.
will tell me when.
Yeah, we'll tell you. Yeah.
And when you scream out loud.
yeah, so
Okay.
I say
I am kind of curious as to what will happen.
I say, so I guess we'll follow this. And I start
Yeah.
walking and I start following this where the string was headed.
Yeah.
And then there's the door basically, right? That was fed the inkling.
Mhm.
I try to close it.
Yeah, as you step out. It does. It closes behind you. You can feel like you did it if you'd like. You follow a set of hallways here, and eventually the hallway starts to curve a little bit, and then it takes a right angle. The rooms behind you vanish into kind of darkness as you get lost in another set of labyrinthine hallways filled with these shelves and shelves and shelves of books. Eventually the hallways all kind of blur into one. It feels like you've been walking for hours. Nivara, roll me a d4. Unfortunately, what is hilarious about this,
2.
you lose 2 HP.
Oh,
It's 2 hours
God damn.
pass.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, God.
You continue, blood running down your face.
This is a terrible curse.
It's a really bad curse for the way that I'd set up that particular part of this.
Oh, we got it. What
Right.
is it? I'm dying to know now. What does it mean?
Stay tuned.
Oh, my
You
God. Monster.
continue to walk through this place, and eventually, for the first time, there's some levels as some steps appear in front of you. The hallway leading up. You start to shift and turn, walking up these stairways. You recognize that part of this library turns kind of upside down as you're walking through kind of an Escher painting of the
Oh,
library
hell yeah.
here. As you're stepping upside down, you look down and you see Candle behind you, but he's standing upright while you are kind of upside down. As you feel like you're the correct way up, maybe Candle walks along a wall next to you and then kind of appears behind you as you walk for a little while longer. Eventually you start to hear a heartbeat as you make it to an area that Lionel greets you in. The stairway leads up and past all of these shelves, and at the top of it there is a grand door, a gothic looking thing. A design on the front shows a warrior through many ages fighting with his fists, then pikes, then with guns, before sort of turning to a life with his nose buried within books. The door itself is enormous, but at the bottom of the door, about 4 foot up, is a hole. Above the hole are a set of lips dripping lightly with blood, and below the hole are a set of lips that are covered in mauve lip stain. The Lionel steps behind you and says, "The path is forged by choice and resolve. Tell me what you have learned. The quote that most sums up who you truly are." He stands in front of the hole, blocking it. Behind him, this huge door, Gothic architecture, absolutely enormous, like just hundreds of feet tall. As he stands there, you see the figure on the door, the figure who went through these different ages, as Lionel, his kind of blue eyes in front of you. He places his hands behind him and looks at the two of you. What quote do you offer him from the quotes from today?
Oh.
You never leave the library the same way you entered.
Okay. He nods at you, looks to you, Naivara.
Love is the one magic that grows stronger when given away.
He places a hand up in the air with that one finger. That string of magic appears again and rushes down. As he turns around, it moves into that hole, and this absolutely enormous door begins to open up. Before you is a staircase surrounded by the setting sun and the clouds that seem to be endless. But down here in the dingy dark of the Dark Library, that light seems to be kind of desaturated. As you look up, you can see that it gets brighter and brighter and brighter, the staircase leading up as far as the eye can see. You see Lionel standing before you. As he turns, he says, "I've never been able to open that door. I suppose that either proves me correct, or we're all in a lot of trouble."
So what, you want us to try to open one of the doors? You want us to try to open that?
No, I think you should ascend the steps and see what's up there.
The steps only go one way, or?
It is the stairway to heaven looking steps, you know, the classic looking thing.
Yeah.
He says, "I can already tell I can't pass that threshold. That's an old habit."
What? Does somebody have to invite you like a vampire?
He smiles at you, but he's not smiling. He reveals his fangs.
Oh no.
Mirggles? Whoa! Those are some sharp teeth.
You have trusted me to guide you to this place. I will entrust you with some knowledge. A little of your own lore. Fenwick. You are
Handle.
from a... You are from a world known as Talanis. I shall send you there, into your own story, A book of a book of a book, a copy of a copy. In my world, it would be known as a photocopy. A Xerox of a Xerox.
What?
When you go there, you are to meet with a man known as the Puppet. But beware, there is a creature, a floating thing of eyes. Do not let it see you, do not let it find you. If it does, the story will be over. You will not have the answers you seek, and you need those answers. Naivara needs those answers, and I need those answers. You cannot escape this place until you know precisely who you are, and the same goes for you. You cannot escape this place without knowing every memory that you lost. And if you cannot escape this place, I cannot escape this place. When the time comes, the puppet will provide you with a particular task, a task that in life you failed. You must not fail. When you arrive, you will be in a back alley cesspit, a hive of scum and villainy known as Blackmane. Act as though you are meant to be there, but act as though it is little more than a petulant task set by myself, set by L. Beware everyone who mentions the word chaos. But most of all, beware the creature of eyes. It is a minion of chaos. And chaos, for now, is our enemy. Do you understand?
I guess. Sounds right.
Naivara, you are from a world known as Lakrin. The island you are from is a jungle place. You were known as the Scourge of the Raykosa. There is a pirate, one that plagued your village and your family.
Clench my fist when he says this, but I'm listening intently.
An individual known as Captain Corrick. You must not let him capture you again. For you must this time avoid the sea. Avoid that silence. It will be difficult. Everyone lives on ships and boats, their homes huts above the water. For you, it is simple. You must go back to your childhood home. In there, you will find a book. Bring me that book. There will be a black book and there will be a white book, both in Blackmane and in your home. Bring me both black books. Do not touch the white book. Do not look at it. It will call to you. You must resist. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Good. When you arrive in these places, you will have no memory, you will have no understanding of what is going on. You will be robbed of more than your memories. It will be difficult because you will not belong. You are a copy of a copy of a copy. And that is all. The real thing cannot exist at the same time as a copy, and if you see yourself, you will have to kill them. I would prefer that you didn't, but if you come into contact with your copies, kill them as quickly as you can. Give them no mercy. We cannot allow the forces of chaos to find out what we are doing. If we do, you will be reset, this door will close, and I will be trapped again until another set of you appear. Unique individuals as you are. Is that understood?
I look at Candle. How does he look with this news?
Pensive, which you don't see him do very much. Yeah.
Oh. Could you give us a second, Mr. Lionel?
Very well. He steps away from the door, but doesn't like walk down the steps. You'd probably be a few steps down from him, but he steps kind of turning away from you.
Okay. Walk over to Candle, keeping, a bit of distance still, because I know he likes that. And I lower down onto my haunches so that I'm at his level. We don't have to do any of this. You don't have to go back there. There's nothing left for us in a copy of a copy. It's not even our real life. And I mean, what's so bad about hopping around through books? We don't have to worry really about anything. We're not hungry. Are you?
There's a difference between not being hungry and wanting to eat.
Yeah.
Taste.
There's
something. Look. I don't hate you or anything, Nivara.
Well, thank you for clarifying that.
Sure. But this, whatever this is, isn't in all these places, and it's the illusion of choice.
Yeah, no, I know. But this is a choice right here that we're making right now. And I just wanted you to know, and I don't think you would feel this way, like obligated or like you had no choice, but you do. We don't have to go back to where you're from. I know that it was not great for you. So I'm just saying we don't have to go back there.
Here's the thing. Gunnelbar sucked.
Yeah.
I remember that much at least. When Lionel mentioned the eyes, I had something flash through my head. It wasn't a memory, really, it was just an image. Carved into the wood. Table at a tavern. Mine eyes. And I just think of one word, the syndicate. And it scares me. And even with all of that, at least I still have a chance. A chance for something better. This? We're living other people's stories.
Yeah.
This isn't life.
No, but where we're going ain't it either. Right? I know you probably wouldn't face this temptation, but I might. My home was wonderful. I had family. If I go into this book without memories like he's suggesting, was to say I won't just never leave.
I think it just comes down to one thing. Do you like this better? Or do you want a chance for something else? I don't want to become him.
Do you think this dark book helps him and the light book would help Elle?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't want to overthink it, but I am thinking it. You know, I've been fucked over by enough pirates, and I just glance over my shoulder to where he is. You know, you can trust him, like you said, to get what he wants as long as our paths are in alignment.
He's more predictable.
Yeah.
Still don't know what to make of Elle.
Yeah.
Look, you do what you want to do. I don't have any control over what you decide.
No, I know.
But
I
I'll
wasn't.
go.
Okay.
And if you don't want to go, then I'll do yours too.
No, nope, you're, like it or not, you're the one that you're my pard, which is sort of like family, but don't freak out. It's not what I mean. You're the one I'm in this situation with, so I'm going to be working with you. If that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do. Because you're right, there is a difference between not being hungry and being full and satisfied. And I am not. I will stand up and I will place a little hand on his shoulder and just tap it twice and then turn to Lionel. Okay. You said we're going to forget everything, right?
You're going to forget something. Maybe everything. Hold on to what I told you. If nothing else, you'll at least feel like this time you don't want to get it wrong. That you don't want to fail. A second chance. Somewhat. Not many people get that.
What's the deal with the light book? Tell me the truth right now. Does the light book help Elle and the dark book helps you?
He glances over his shoulder at the stairway. Give me an insight check. Both of you can make it.
7.
16.
Novara, you're not too sure what to make of it. Candle, you get the sense that for the first time a sort of a flicker of almost confusion, almost like for the first time Lionel's a little lost with this question. He glances over his shoulder and looks back and says, I only have control of this area, and that control is limited. The Dark Library is set up in such a way that I am little more than a caretaker, but I understand it. I've become one with this darkness down here. The only thing I don't understand is that up there. The light, the domain of L. Infrequently, we are permitted moments, L and I, in which we might meet and discuss things. And as it sits, I don't trust him. He doesn't trust me. The dark books always end up here, and when they do, I command them. The light books always end up there, where I suspect he commands them. Bring me the dark books, and perhaps I can open them, read them, control them, and give you back your lives. In memory, at least.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Very good. Now then. If and when L asks, you were on a quest to save a horse. He vanishes.
Or we have double kitty right now.
I know.
Oh. I walk up the stairs.
Okay.
Is there a door?
There is a door that you have to step through. It is
You
fucking huge.
I'm trying to close it.
Yeah, it doesn't close.
Oh no.
Yeah, what do you do?
I imagine I keep trying to close it.
How long?
I'll help him. I'll try anyway.
Until my strength gives out.
How many hours would you say that would be, Candle?
Not that many. I'm not that strong. And I'm not that...
Put a number on it.
So I've got a 0 in strength and constitution, so I imagine not even 1 hour.
Okay, lucky for Nivara. Yeah, these doors don't move. I mean, it is like, it's like a skyscraper trying to move a wall of a skyscraper. Like you're trying to move this thing. You also get the sense that once these things are open, they're like open. You've unlocked the back door to the Dark Library. And you get the sense that it just, yeah, that's it. Once it's open, it's open. There is no closing this door. It's not possible.
Well, I don't like the sound of that. Candle, I'm not sure you can close this door.
You're probably right.
I think he's stalling, so I just wait. You ready now?
I feel like we're born in a barn, but okay. I get up, and then I stop, and then I look inside my pockets, and I'm gonna take one of my sling bullets out. Oh no, I'm sorry, I have a piece of chalk. I'm gonna write on the door, please close the door. I couldn't close it. It's very important. I said, that's the best I can do. And I start walking up the steps.
Yeah. You ascend the steps. Again, the sort of area around you is that set of clouds at sunset that you've seen out of both windows in the light and dark library. As you ascend the staircase, it grows brighter with each step. After some time, you reach the top. The dark library below fades, and you find yourselves back in the light library. As you step through another doorway, you recognize the form of Elle. Pink, flamboyant outfit, overt makeup with mauve lip stain, and you can both give me insight checks.
13.
14.
Elle seems slightly surprised to see you enter this way. Sort of turns around to you and says, well. Did someone get in trouble with Daddy? He kind of saunters over to where you are.
Who's your daddy?
Clip it!
Elle kind of shoots you a look, looks you up and down, and says, you should be so lucky.
What?
Where on earth did you just come from?
I don't think we really know.
Okay, we'll try and describe it. You don't normally come through that door.
Shouldn't you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
I should.
Don't you know exactly where that door goes?
I have an idea. But,
Okay, well, it's probably right. You probably have a better idea than we do.
well, that would suggest you walked up here from the Dark Library.
Well, I would like not to lie to you because I don't know if you are trustworthy yet or not. So please don't make me lie to you.
Well, don't lie to me then. Where have you been?
Doesn't
Don't
matter.
say anything. Yeah.
I suppose it matters only slightly. If you're in league with him, then you can't be in league with me. And if you're in league with him, you're not in league with who I need you to be in league with. Which means our little game is over. Which means you lose. He claps his hands. He claps his hands. Manacles rise up out of the ground,
Holy
chaining your
shit.
arms and your ankles. You feel it pull you down to your knees. The manacles on your hands pulled fully taut. You can both give me strength saving throws here.
Okay. I have advantage on those. Does that count here?
What do you have advantage on them for?
Like my
how-
class.
You just get
I have-
advantage on all strength saving throws?
I
Fighter.
think it's specifically being grappled.
Cool.
But I'd have to use this reaction, this ability to do it. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think we see like a rune, maybe a tattoo, something on my neck that would light up, in flame for a second. Okay. Oh my god. $20.
The and you get a 14. The two of you are like pulled down to your knees by the shock of it, dragged down. Naivari, you begin to stand up. the chains, they're just coming up out of the ground almost. There's no break to the floor or anything. They're just there. You begin to stand, stretching and pulling all of your muscles taut against you. Elle kind of walks in front of you and says, "Well, aren't you so very strong? Oh, and you were doing so well. So very well." You are sort of beginning to stand up.
This rune also does this fiery shackles to the opponent, which means L, I believe.
You pull some shackles onto Elle.
Yeah, fiery shackles. But I think I'd have to roll to hit, so I think we just ignore it. Because I'm not attacking him.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Elle says, "Please don't struggle."
Where's the nearest book?
I mean, they're everywhere. They're kind of within
I grab
reach.
the nearest book and open it.
And that's where we end today's session. Well done. Now you can actually thank the fates for
That was so good narratively, though. So thanks, y'all.
For all of that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
The
That
lore
was so good.
the lore option, which I wasn't sure if we would
Dude.
get to this week, was that you find out about yourselves and are sent to Talanis and Lacrin on the quest for Lionel. And the you lose option is that Elle drops the mask, and
Yeah, that was crazy good.
so
That was so fucking good, dude. The
fact that you got them both.
The way you just were like, you lose. I was like, oh my god, the blood drained from my face, man. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, that was so good.
You unlock 2 memories. We'll do those at the beginning of next week. I know that you unlocked them this week, but
Oh, so the you lose is good-ish, I guess, because if we had kept Elle pretending for a while, the light library would have been an okay place to be. But you actually helped us a lot by letting Elle reveal that he's a piece of shit, just like Lionel.
yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good.
One lies about being a piece of shit, and one
Yep.
is openly a piece of shit.
Yep,
So
yep,
it's like
yep,
in
yep.
Candle's head, it's like easy.
Yep, trust the one who's open about being the piece of shit. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
The fates really came through today with all of the
Yeah, thank you all.
you
bits
so
and
much.
pieces.
Thank you.
You smashed it. You hit the you lose, which was sort of a thing.
And
that
we
I
got to
was-
level up.
Like I was sat there like, man, we have to hit that at some point, otherwise this is just gonna go on forever. You'll
think
never
it was
get
a good
the new
time.
stuff. It was great. It works out really well for me, narratively. This is how I would have written it. The escape at the end was kind of cool as well, which I couldn't have predicted, but was good. We will start next week with a good and bad memory, because I think it's a perfect time to have a good and a bad memory from both of your characters as you enter into this phase of the game. You have a week to level up to level 4, so do that whenever you want. Do you want to roll your hit dice now just to see what you get for HP, just for everyone to enjoy
Yeah.
together?
Sure.
Is there a way to do that on the sheet
No idea.
easily?
Absolutely no idea whatsoever, because we've never leveled up.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the first time.
Yeah, I have no idea where anything is. So there's a button. I mean, there's hit dice underneath your hit points.
Yeah, roll one of those.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't know.
That'll do.
I have no idea if there is like a character mansory type thing that you do on this either.
Yeah, I haven't really used the D&D stuff. Okay, so that's hit dice. Where's the button for the hit dice?
I do
Not a
not
clue.
see it.
No, up and have a look.
It's Giant's Might, by the way. It's a reaction, and then I get strength or advantage on strength checks and something else. This is
Yeah.
broken.
I was prepared. You could have attempted that if you wanted. Well, while they figure out their hit dice, I'll say thank you to everybody for watching,
Yes.
and thank you players for
Run
playing.
the credits while we try to find our hit dice.
Well, we want to see it come up on the screen.
Strength check and saving throws. For both. Wow, that's cool. Okay.
Nice. Remember, Non-Canon is only one of 6 possible shows you could be watching on Tablestory live throughout the week, as well as all of the VODs. We currently have shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. If you like Pathfinder, tune in on Mondays. If you like D&D, tune in on Tuesdays. If you like Turtles,
2 hit points.
tune in on
How'd
Wednesdays.
you find the button, or did you just roll?
I just rolled it.
If
I
you
was
like
having the same thing.
anime and JRPGs, tune in on Thursday. If you liked this show,
And Wednesday.
we'll see you on, and kind of Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday's
It is, yeah.
JRPG.
It is, yeah. It's JRPG. I don't know if it's his anime as main character, which is where I was. The JRPG element is exactly the same. If you like Chrono Cross, tune in
Another
on
giveaway in the chat.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Another giveaway, quick go. Type enter, exclamation point enter in the chat. And if you
2.
like vampires that are significantly less powerful and cool than Lionel or Sova, then I guess you could check out Deathless on Sundays, because there are some vampires in that. One of them's great, but none of them are. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure there are other ones in there, but I think they're all quite young, aren't they? I don't think any of them are 2 millennia old. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to just fish for lore, counter lore. So we've got shows 6 nights a week at the moment. If you want to check one of those out, then you can do. We also have VODs of those and audio versions of them that go up as well. So you can check those out. Tablestory on YouTube and on Spotify, on Apple, and varying other places. I'm sure Google will help you out. You can also join our Discord, tablestory.tv/Discord. Everything in there is tagged for spoilers, but you can join the discussions for the shows. You can just sort of show up, find whichever show you find the most interesting or you want to get involved in. You can talk to the other people in the community and the cast and crew, see what's going on. There's usually a good discussion in there after the shows that have major revelation episodes as well, so it's always nice to get involved in those conversations or just see what people are talking about, theory crafting and things. So if you're looking for just a community to chat with about some of these shows, there is one, tablestory.tv/Discord. There is, it's great.
That made me feel warm.
It's
know.
the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But I think some people might not be aware of it,
Yeah.
So
For
there's,
sure.
There's also just a general community in there as well. If you're like looking for games, groups to play with and stuff, there's chats for that as well. Not just discussions around the shows, but there are discussions around the shows as well. And if you want to support us, then you can just show up and involve yourself in this show. But we also have other things going on at tablestory.tv/merch. There is a sort of a private Patreon-like feed there, which has all sorts of different content on there. Green rooms, like post-show discussions about the shows that we are running. Most of them have a green room. This one doesn't, but most of them do. This one might need one today.
Yeah, seriously. Holy shit.
But
That was so good, dude.
there
That
are
was so good.
podcast versions of the shows and things up there as well, if you want to go and check all that out. And you can also buy potions for Candle and Nivara using the Non-Canon midweek menu, which if you're watching this on a VOD and want to join in, and it is the week of, obviously if you're watching this in 2 years, it's probably not going to come up. But if you want to buy a potion on there, you can look at that menu, and that is tablestory.tv/support, I think. Might be merch as well.
Yep. Either work. All of them work.
Yeah, there's
Basically,
a lot.
anytime you make up a new link, I quickly make it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's
that
not
one.
the one, but it is now.
And that's it. I think there's so much to shout out, but this is the time to do it. Yes.
I have one thing to say
Go on,
about main character next week.
Mm-hmm.
Special episode of main character next week. I just would like to say,
right?
we have Thanksgiving. The normal cast will not be there.
Oh
for
my
next week.
god.
So I just want to suggest that you check out the Discord on Tablestory and the main character channel, and you think about making your own character for next week.
Oh my god, he's playing all the characters again. If you're actually doing that, that's hilarious, because I made such a meme of that this morning on my own channel, and I had no idea. This is the first I've heard about Thanksgiving main character episode, by the way. I didn't know this was happening either. I just assumed it was on.
Gonna have some
Alright.
special guests next week.
Nice, cool. I didn't know about it. They don't tell me anything. It's a good thing that they don't. Let's roll the credits. It's going to take a little while here.
Yep. It's gonna
Thank
take
you
a
so much,
second.
everyone, for watching. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
taking part
seriously.
with the tips. I know it was a bit of
We
chaos in the
adore
middle of
you.
that, but the chaos was incredibly appropriate.
Yeah.
As we sort of continue with the lore and the storyline.
Also, Inquisitors, I see you.
There are Inquisitors. There are Rangers.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty good.
Everything's a rip-off of a rip-off. That's why I was doing a Xerox of a Xerox, a copy
Yep.
of a copy.
It was very, very, very good.
You know, I got a couple of quotes in there from The Matrix. To try and just make sure that we know that this remains, regardless, non-canon. As I slowly canonize it week by week. By the way, the credits are still not rolling. I don't know.
Yeah, I see that. So
I
what's
don't know
happening?
what's going
I
on.
fucked everything up.
It's probably literally
Hit
whatever
the,
whacked
hit the
it
button
earlier
again.
on.
Do you need to hit the button again? Hit the button again. Hit the. No?
Well, I wouldn't know because it takes a full minute.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, in 5 minutes. Orcish is doing a watch party.
Yeah, I was going to say that right at the very end.
Yeah.
Just to send them, herd them like sheep. If you want to join
I
the
must have
Discord.
broken it. When
There it is. It's going.
There we go.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Woohoo!
Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. My voice is going. I'm really unwell today. I did it. The
Do you
Discord
like that
channel.
moment today when you fucking produced super well and we were like, both the GMs went, man, that transition was solid. We stopped the RP to be like, that was excellent.
Yeah. It's do you ever get to the point when you're like GMing a show but you feel really bad that day and then at the end of it you're like, that must have been awful, and you find out that your autopilot is most of what you do, and you're like, so why do I even need to be on?
Yep.
Why do I even need to concentrate?
I don't need to concentrate on this. And you realize that we've just been doing this for so long now
Yeah.
that
yeah.
a lot of it is just
That's the
natural.
memory.
A lot of it's prep as well. If you're like smart about prepping it up, that's what I did this morning. I was like, I know I'm going to feel like shit tonight, so I'm just going to make sure I've got everything like knocked out. And even then, I didn't really have a lot prepared for the random twists and turns that happened.
God,
We
it
did
was
some
so
real
good.
tarot,
I don't
which is
listen.
going to scare
Everyone's,
PZ.
everyone's gonna just think I'm a ridiculous, I don't know, somebody who cares about your astrology sign or
you
some
got
shit,
crystals
whatever.
and shit going
Yeah,
on.
they're gonna
Is
think they're
Mercury in
convinced
retrograde?
because I fucking refuse to just talk about why that was so horrifying.
All right, we're getting out of here. Let's go and see Phelan. But also, if you want to jump into the Discord, tablestory.tv/Discord, Orcish will be watching Stygian Gate on Friday nights. And also, just every Friday after this show is aired live, there are live.
Simulacrum is next.
Ooh, that's appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yep.
One of our other shows. Can you guess?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now everyone say bye. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Bye.
Bye, I'm tired.
I'm going to bed.
Going to bed.